Hello. Are you ready to work on your strength and balance and flexibility? My name is Lynnell and today we're going to be focusing on the most functional thing that you need to be able to do every day. And it's getting up and down out of a chair without pushing on your arms. We need these hips and knees and ankles to be functional. So we're going to start working on that. We're going to sit back a little bit in the chair. Your feet are down. How do you get up out of the chair? Do you have to push on the back? And if you have to do that, it can really affect your shoulders. So sitting tall, and that's the most important thing. You need to not be rounding and slumping. You need to have your feet sinking into the earth. You need to be really tall. We're going to hinge forward and come up with a little momentum. So going down, hands can be on your thighs. You know where the chair is. If you need to reach to the side, you can. But you want to sit down slowly and controlled and use these muscles through your hips, your glutes, your core. So again, tall, good posture, strong legs, and using your arms, you can hinge and come up. So use a little momentum. How did that feel? Hands on your legs and slowly go down. If you need to know where that chair is, you can just sit back. Always know where that chair is, or whatever you're coming out of. If you're in a really deep chair where your knees are higher than your hips, you can't get up from this position. You've got to scoot to the edge of the chair. And again, hinging, chest is lifted, and use some momentum coming up. And hands can be on your thighs as you slowly go down. So working on this move and doing it 20 times, 10 to 20 times in a row, is what's going to help you be able to have functional movement in your life. Do you want to have those bars in your bathroom that you have to hold on to get down, up and down off the commode? No. We want to have our power up and then sit down. And again, power up and sit down. Now, if some of you have a railing in your house, and you're having a really hard time, you could be grabbing onto that railing and pulling yourself up and then slowly go down. So it could be your kitchen counter, the kitchen sink or something, or a railing outside on a pretty deck or something. Pull up and sit down. And one more time, pulling up and sitting down. And let's take those arms down to the side. So we already got the heart rate up, didn't we? Let's take a couple big deep breaths. Inhale, arms coming up. And exhale to the heart. We're going to focus on all the joints in the body, warming them up, keeping the blood flowing. Remember that motion is lotion. And hands coming to the heart. Let's go into a gentle twist. Hand is on your leg in the back of your chair. And just observe where you look when you turn your head. And gently coming to the other side, hand is on the leg in the chair. Lengthen your spine, and then take your time. When you practice yoga, this is the time to be very mindful. Lengthen, and then slowly turn. Give the body time to accept what you're trying to do. So be very conscious, lengthen, and gently turn the head. And coming back. So did your spine realign? Did you hear any cracks in your spine at all? Mine did. I love it when that happens. Leaning back, squeezing the glutes. Bring a leg up. Do you have to hold onto the leg? Or can you just be right here, engaging your core? Strong abdominals. And come down. And round your back, reaching down toward the floor. Let those arms just hang. And coming up. So leaning back again, contracting abs and glutes, lifting up the right leg. You can grab it if you need to, or can you just hang out here? Look, Ma, no hands. All right, kind of like riding a bike without any hands. Bring it down, hands on your thighs, and slowly round your spine. Forward fold. Shake your head no, shake your head yes, and slowly come back up. And let's roll our shoulders back. And hands on your legs. Now let's take this leg out to the side. And come back. Same leg again. How is the range of motion? Through this hip. And take it out. And in. And one more time. And in. Changing legs. Left leg out. And in. And try to bring those knees all the way together. Good. Try not to let this leg plop down too hard. Control it. Fighting gravity. And out. And back. And now let's take the legs out about as wide as our chair. And we're just going to have our arms out. And we're going to have one palm up. And changing palms. And just lean a little bit to the side. Draw the abdominals in. Feel that you're going a little unstable as we lean over. And notice that one hip might lift up. So now as we lean to the right, let your left hip lift off the chair. And coming center, and nice strong core, and lift that right hip. So now as we lean this way, lifting up the knee and the hip. And hold. And coming down. Changing. Lean over, lifting up the right knee and the right hip. Woo, balance. And coming down. And arms come down. Inhaling, arms up. Hands come to the heart. Close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths. Get connected to your body. Notice how deep you're breathing. And push all the air out of your lungs. So we're going to go back to these legs. Sit back just a little bit further. If we bring our stance closer together, this is harder. So again, using a little momentum, sitting up tall, hinging from the hips, and come up. And sit back down. And again, hinge and use those arms to propel you up. Again, you can hold on when you go down if you need to. Know where that chair is. Stances again a little closer together, and come up. And hands can be on those thighs to help yourself down. Try to go down as slow as you can so we build more muscle fibers. So your body begins to accept and everything around your knees and hips gets stronger. One more time. Up. And coming down. Okay, the third work on these standing squats is a staggered stance. So one foot in front of the other, just kind of like how we would walk. So let's just get these arms swinging a little bit. Little bitty twist, elbow goes back toward the chair, and just feel your feet sinking equally into the earth. Nice rotation, warming up and activating the digestive system. Okay, are you ready? So both arms, here we go. And come up. And sit back down. It feels very different with a staggered stance. You're going to feel it different on your hamstrings and the glutes. And up. And down. And one more time. Coming up. And coming down. So let's change that front foot. Now on this one, maybe you want to do your stronger leg in the front, but you're going to definitely feel a difference, and maybe the legs are balanced, maybe they're not. So let's see how this feels. And I've got my feet, like if they're parallel, and then I've got it about a half foot apart. All right, so here we go. Come up. And slowly sit down. Nice long spine, engage your core, hinge forward. Use those arms. And coming up. Now if you don't need the arms, you don't have to use them. But if you do, give yourself permission to come up and down. And one more time. So I sat down a little fast on that last one, so I'm going to put my hands on my thighs so I can control it. And maybe I'm going to reach back here for this chair. And let's sit all the way back in your chair now. And bring those legs up. Point and flex. Those quadriceps have been working hard. Let's rotate around the ankles. Both directions. And bring them down. Okay, so time to come up for some standing work now in our yoga class today, our yoga class. Our practice. Ready? Feet are hip width apart and come up. Yay! Look how strong you're getting. The more you practice these, the easier they become, and you don't have to think about it. Keeping yourself independent. Independence means being able to climb upstairs. It means being able to balance and have nice, strong core strength. So let's just see how you're doing. Lifting up a leg and down. Let's go behind our chair just in case we need the chair. I'm going to angle the chair so you can see what I'm doing. So for our balance challenge today, we're just going to touch opposite hand to opposite knee. Nice and slow and controlled. Doesn't have to be a high lift, and it's a single tap. Now do a double tap on your leg. Don't hit your leg too hard, but just observe your balance. How much control do you have coming up and down? This is also going to help with those getting up and out of that chair. Now 3 taps. The triple tap. The triple tap. And again. And one more. And nice. Let's take an easy, nice little gentle twist here, side to side. And bringing our feet closer together. Let's have 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Now have your feet about hip width apart because this is how you would walk. So take the foot, the left foot, the right foot is grounded, and just step forward and step back. And you can have your hands on the chair or you don't need the chair. Just feel the shift of weight from the front foot to the back foot. And this is your stabilizer leg. So right here, the weight is on the back foot. Take this front right leg, lift the toe 2 times. Lift the back heel once, shifting the weight to the front. Lifting this double heel again 2 times. Feel the tibialis anterior, your shin, lift the back heel. So feel the weight shifting to this front. Now, arms are out. You can hold the chair if you need to. 2 toe lifts. Now, keeping the weight in the back, lift this leg up. You can lean back and hold. And heel coming down, toe coming down. Shift the weight to the front leg. Chair is here if you need it. Lift the back heel. Now lean forward from your hips and lift that back leg. Doesn't have to be high, just balance. Find a focal point. Lengthen your spine, lift your heart, and notice how strong you are today. Notice your balance. It's okay if you're shaky, but feel all parts of that foot working really hard. And coming down. Woo! All right, let's take that out. An easy little twist here. Relax before we go to the other side. Okay, let's see. I was here, so now I have to go here. Left foot forward, right foot back. So hand on your chair or not. Double toe lift, left foot. Shift into your left foot, lift the back heel once and press it down. So just observe your ankles. Notice how that feels. Shift to the front foot, lift the back heel. Again, fingertips can be on this chair if you need. Just allowing the body to get used to the change. Now here we go. 2 left foot toe lifts. And leaning into this right leg, lift the left knee up, lean back a little bit. Arms out for balance or 1 finger on the chair. Breathe, engage your core. How you doing? Keep breathing. And slowly bring it down, heel to toe. Lean into that front leg, lift the back heel, and bending that knee. Now right here, as you lean forward, it's up to you where you go. Keep your core strong. You shouldn't feel anything in low back. Abs are engaged. Balance. Feel all parts of that left foot, the big toe, as much as the baby toe and the heel. And coming down. Let's stretch that out. My favorite, modified downward facing dog. So right here, crown lengthening from tail. Breathe into the back of those legs. Draw your kneecaps up your quads. So squeeze these quadriceps as tight as you can. And that allows the hamstring to lengthen more. Squeeze the arms toward your ears. Pull the navel to the spine a little deeper and get as long as you can. And bend the knees, look forward, and come on up to your chair. Let's have a seat after that. Okay, so sitting down. Let's go down really slow, hands on our thighs. Know where the back of that chair is. Step so that the back of the chair is touching your legs, okay? Inhale tall. As you exhale, push your hips back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, sit. And let's sit all the way back. Take those legs out. Have your hand on the back leg here and reach over to the side. Push your spine into the chair. So feel that right shoulder in the chair, the back of the seat of your chair, and the left side is lengthening. And let's change sides. So this hand goes down the leg of the chair, right arm up, navel pulling to spine, and push your shoulders into that chair. And notice if your spine readjusted. Sometimes cracking and popping is a good thing if it's in your vertebra and they're going back in alignment. Legs come in, scoot to the top. Our favorite, the pigeon. Sitting tall, lean forward just about 2 inches, maybe a ½ inch. Observe what this hip is saying. Notice your breathing. So some of the things I've been reading lately are talking about the importance of having a gratitude journal. And people who find happiness and are seeking happiness, sit tall, lean forward. And if you have a gratitude journal, and every day, at the end of your day, you write down some things that you're grateful for in your life. It could be people, it could be anything. And as you start to read these, you become more aware throughout your day of gratitude, of who you're grateful for. And it makes you a kinder person. And kindness keeps your heart strong. The other thing to think about is, let's say you had $5 a day, and you could keep that $5 every day and spend it on yourself, or you could take that $5 and give it to somebody else, or spend it on someone else. Which is going to make you happier? So the studies showed that some people, stepping out and in, spent the money on themselves, and it really didn't make them very happy. When they started maybe buying somebody a cup of coffee at Starbucks or somewhere else, it made them happy. And they started realizing what really brought them happiness in their life. Inhale, arms coming up. Hands coming to the heart. Who are you grateful for in your life today? Are you grateful for your health? And now the other thing to think about is think about where you live and how you live. The comforts you have in your home. And now picture yourself in the worst place ever. What if you were homeless? How would that feel if you were cold at night? What if you didn't have shoes or shelter? And sometimes that helps you find gratitude more than anything. Being grateful for what we have. Things we take for granted. Place your hands over your heart. Take some deep breaths. You are kind. You are tall. You're becoming more balanced. keeping your heart filled with love and compassion and kindness. Breathing deep, helping your body detoxify. And remembering to take time throughout the day to practice your yoga. So one last time, sit back a little bit in that chair and let's get up together one last time. Are you ready? Pushing through those heels up nice and tall. Here I am, world. I'm strong. Give yourself a hug. I am flexible. And I am independent. I want to keep you as independent as you can be for as long as you can be independent. Namaste.